You'll find all the recipes featured on tonight's show and many more in Dierbergs' Everybody Cooks magazine. Just stop by any Dierbergs for your free copy while supplies last.
As promised, we are back in the kitchen with our special guest, Chef Paul Buzzetta. We're so glad to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. And Paul is the chef owner of Sapore Italian Cafe. It's next to our Manchester Dierbergs store, and he comes from a long lineage of Italian restaurateurs, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, Paul is going to be making a special menu for us tonight. It is going to be a summer dinner Sicilian style. So let's start cooking.
So first, are you ready to have some fun?
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to start off with the involtini di pollo.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got our nice chicken breast right here, and what we want to do is we're going to start from the fatter side, and we're just going to cut and butterfly this right here. Just watch your fingers. Again, no added ingredients. Now that we have our chicken breast butterflied, we're going to move over to our breadcrumbs, and we're just going to coat it a little bit. All right, and then, sorry.
Front row's always dangerous, right?
And we're going to sprinkle a little breadcrumbs on the cutting board, and that's going to help us keep the chicken from sticking to the cutting board.
That's a great tip.
Okay, and our next step is we're going to tenderize this chicken. Put a little plastic wrap over the top, and then I'm just going to pound it to our desired thickness. You don't want it too thin so as not to rip it.
That's quite a big mallet you have there.
All right, now we have it to where we want it. We're going to move back over to the breadcrumbs real quick. Okay. And one more time, we're going to coat it, and we're just going to knock off a little excess. I'll try not to get it on you this time. All right. And now it's ready for stuffing. Okay. Okay. We're going to start off with a little Parmesan cheese, and then we're going to go to the prosciutto. And the prosciutto is really going to be add a lot of flavor, and it's going to keep that interior of the chicken really moist. That's good. All right, there's a lot of fat in there, and it's going to keep it moist. We're going to go with the mozzarella cheese next, then some fresh tomatoes. All right, and then we're going to top it off with a little fontanella cheese, which is basically a combination of fontina cheese and mozzarella cheese.
Sounds like it'd be nice and creamy. That's one I'm not so familiar with.
Right. So now we're ready to roll. We're going to start from the end here, and we're going to tuck it, and we're going to tuck in the sides. What you can do, if it doesn't stick properly, we can always add a toothpick. Just make sure that we take the toothpick out after it's done cooking.
That would be nice.
That would be nice for your guests. Okay. Now that it's done rolled, we're going to go to the olive oil. All right. And we're just going to coat the chicken in the olive oil. All right. And then we're going to move it over to our breadcrumbs. Simple here. Knock off any excess breadcrumbs. And pretty simple. Now we're done. We're ready to go to the grill.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll roll up a few more of these before we start to cook.
Sounds good. When we're at the grill, we're going to get a wet rag, a little olive oil. We're going to wipe the grill down, and that's going to help the chicken from sticking on the grill. We're going to keep it on the grill 5 to 7 minutes per side, or until there's an internal temperature of 165 degrees, or until the juices run clear. After that, the chicken is ready, and we can bring it back to our kitchen and let it cool before we cut it.
The chicken needs to rest for just a few minutes before we slice it. So, shall we make the sauce?
Yes, let's start with the sauce.
Okay.
So this is the salsa limone or palermitano sauce.
Okay.
Really simple sauce. We're going to have a lemon, okay? And then we're going to squeeze this lemon. We're going to add our garlic, our chopped garlic here. Little salt, little pepper, oregano, and then olive oil, of course, extra virgin olive oil, all right? And then we're just going to whisk this together and just make sure it's well incorporated. And I'm telling you, this is it. And when you taste this, the flavors just start popping in your mouth, and it's so simple. Yeah. And this is something you can keep in your refrigerator, you know, and you can use it for different items as well.
I can already smell the garlic and lemon. It's really great.
It's really a good dish, or a good sauce.
All right, well, we'll set this aside, and what do you want to cook next?
We're going to go to our linguini trapanese. Okay. So we've got our fresh garlic, tomatoes, extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add a little basil, some fresh basil. We're just going to rough chop this basil. Okay.
Looks good.
Put this in here. Okay. And we're just going to kind of turn this. Just make sure it's all well incorporated. Come here, come smell this. Oh. I'm telling you, my grandma used to, that's how she used to cook. She used to tell you how everything was. If, you know, if it smelled right, she knew the ingredients were correct. So
did you inherit that sense of smell?
I like to think so.
Oh, great.
Now that our linguini is cooked to al dente, we're just going to add the linguini to our sauce. And don't worry about the excess water that's coming off the pasta, because that's really going to help bind this dish together.
Okay.
All right, and we're just going to keep that in there, well incorporate the tomatoes, the garlic, the extra virgin olive oil, the basil, and you can just really smell the freshness.
So simple, but it's beautiful too.
Really
The
simple.
color is gorgeous.
Yes. And once that's well incorporated, all we're going to do is we're going to go to our plate here, and we're just going to plate the pasta. Add a little Parmigiano Reggiano, and this is another added flavor, little saltiness of this cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano is my favorite cheese. It just adds so much flavor to everything. And then one more fresh sprig of basil.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Ready to go. Okay.
Now we're ready to cut our chicken. You know, it's been resting for a little bit, so it's ready to be cut. Basically what we want to do here is just cut it at an angle, and depending on the size of the chicken, it'll determine how many slices you're going to get out of it. And this one looks like we're going to get 4.
All right.
Okay.
Turn the plate a little bit.
Turn the plate a little bit for me. Okay. And then when we put it on our plate, we just kind of want to fan it out a little bit. All right, just to show all the goodness inside of there. And then we're going to go back to our sauce.
All right, there you go.
Thank you. Boy, I'm going to hire you at the restaurant.
Oh, good.
And we're just going to
taste everything as
that's
you're
right.
helping.
We're just going to coat it just like that. And then we're going to finish with our parsley just around the rim of the plate. Forget it. That's some beautiful pasta and some beautiful chicken right there.
Do we get to eat it now?
Absolutely. Enjoy.
Oh, great. Well, you know what? Before we do that, though, I'm going to move this out of the way because I think it's time for dessert.
Oh, that's correct.
Can we do one more thing?
We can do one more thing.
All right. Let's go.
We're going to go with fragole limoncello. All right. And basically, fragole limoncello. Fragole means strawberry in Italian. All right. We've got our limoncello. Really simple.
All right.
100 proof vodka.
Yeah.
Lemon rind. Little salt. I'm sorry. Little sugar. A little water. Okay. Let it steep for about 80 days, and you've got a great after dinner drink. Really cleanses the palate. Okay. So
now, if you don't want to make your limoncello at home, you can actually buy that at Dierbergs.
Yes, you sure can, and you can drink it. Just don't drink it before work. So we're going to add some limoncello. We're going to add our sugar. Okay. And we're just going to incorporate this really well and make sure all the strawberries are coated. Okay, and then this is actually a good dish to start prior to starting your entree, because you can get this all, ready to go. Put it in the refrigerator for about an hour or so. By the time you're done preparing your dinner, it's ready to come out.
Oh, and it's a great summer dessert. No baking, and you don't really even have to plan too much ahead.
No, you really don't.
Oh, it's great. And we have some that are made up because we do want to
because Kathy's eyeing it?
Yeah, she's been drooling over this dessert.
So. For the record, it's been very difficult to wait. The whole studio smells amazing.
Okay, so now we have them in our martini glasses or whatever glass you choose. We're just going to add a dollop of whipped cream. And do this on each of them. Okay, and then a little mint for garnish.
Beautiful.
And then we're ready to go. And I even made one for myself.
The chef gets to eat.
Salute.
Salute. Salute. Hey, here's a spoon for you, Kath. There you go.
One for me,
Paul,
thank you.
Yes. All right. Well, all the recipes that Paul has done are in the magazine. And Paul, I love the fact that these are things people can really do at home. They're delicious, but they're very approachable, very doable.
Yeah, really simple dishes.
So thank you so much for sharing these recipes with
problem,
us. This has been just great. What do you think, Kath?
È bello e delizioso. Grazie.
Prego.
I don't know what they're saying, but whatever. It's delicious. So thanks so much for tuning in. We hope that you'll pick up a magazine and enjoy some summer cooking. Good night.
Buonanotte.
Night. It is delicious. It's very good.